Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I have a Spotty magnet bag for you. I've called it a Spotty bag because it's spotty, and it's a magnet bag because it closes with a little magnet that's under here, hidden under the white paper. And that's where you would open it up and you would put your goodies and treats and sweets and things and stuff in. Normally I only have one sample to show you. Today I've got two because I was part way through filming this and the doorbell went. My small children arriving home from school. So you get to see two. I'm not going to make a third one. So Real Red, Old Olive. I'm coming in with Daffodil Delight this time, using the Brights paper stacks for the spotty paper. Now the paper is 4 by 12 inches, which you would cut it at 10 by 30 for metrics, and that means that you can get 3 from a sheet of DSP, which means you can get dozens and dozens from a pack of DSP. Really, really, really quick to make. On the long side, you score it at 4, 5 and 9 inches, which is 10, 12.5 and 22.5 centimetres. Then you turn it round and score it at, whoops, you don't jump it, you score it at 1 and 3, which is 2.5 and 7.5. Really simple. You could bash out loads of those in one go. You could do all of the scoring before you did the cutting. That would be clever. So fold and burnish your score lines. And on this one it's the bit where I jumped, I didn't press very hard. There we go. Love this paper. I really miss Polka Dot Parade. I was gutted when that retired last summer. I still miss it. 10 months later, 9 months later. But I love our DSP stacks. I'm not over keen on all of the patterns. The one that looks sort of, I call it Fluffy Clouds, it's not. I'm not over keen on that one, but I love the chevrons. Bit okay with this one, but I love the spots. They're gorgeous. Okay, so the bit that you need to remove, so if I bring in the original, obviously there are no sides to it, so it's the bit that folds over. It's shorter than the other two. They're identical. So you just get rid of these long panels here. So a long pair of scissors, if you're brave, like me, and you just cut them away. Or use your trimmer if you're not so brave. But a steady, gentle cut and you'll trim through with no problem. Okay, oops, trim that. Don't need that bit. And then these parts here, just cut up either side. And do the same on the opposite side, and then we're going to trim in, or we're going to punch in that pretty rounded top, which is this one here. It's so pretty. It's the ornate border, ornate tag top punch. So it's got, if I tip it, it's got this sort of pretty fluted kind of edge to it. So all you do is you need to slide that in, but you need to fold these two parts over because otherwise it just won't go all the way in. As far as it'll go, push down, punched. Love it. So easy. Okay, now we're going to fold it up. We're going to fold it so that these parts come in and stick to the back part, which has got the front attached to it, back with the front attached to it. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And then these ones are going to fold around so you get this smooth finish here. So you put some adhesive on here. I'm using Fuse. I did use snail on this because normally snail to snail with paper to paper is okay, but it is, I made this a few days ago and it is popping open, whereas this one that I filmed yesterday with Fuse, no problem at all. You see, with the children coming home, that put paid to the rest of my filming for the day. So, yeah. So I'm going to try and complete today. Although knowing my life, probably a courier will arrive. Okay, so fold the little tabs in. And this one too. And then fold these round to line them up. And then you push in the sides. Now we are working on 2 layers of paper and a 3rd layer down at the bottom, so you've got to show it who is boss. So push quite hard to get a good old crease going in. And then it will close easily and nicely, and that's how it's going to close. So I'm going to show you the magnets now. I haven't worked with magnets for a while. These are neodymium magnets, and they're in 8mm by 1mm, and they are crazy strong. So if I put one over there, put one over there, I have to keep them separated. That's how strong they are. They're tiny, 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 tiny things, but really strong, which is why I have got this extra bit of paper in here. And I will show you the method of stacking it all together. So you need those, a 1/2 inch circle punch and a little scrap of toning colour paper. I mean, I'm using white, but you could use cardstock. If you still happen to have your itty bitty shapes punch pack, which was the one that retired last year, the circle from that is almost exactly the same size as these, but the 1/2 inch one is fine. So mini glue dots, because they are strong and they are perfect for this. Pick up one, put it on the back of a magnet, and put your magnet where you want it to be on the flap. So I'm positioning it away from the edge of the paper because obviously these are quite big, I don't want them sticking out. Another glue dot, middle of the piece of the circle, over the top of the magnet. So that's just taken some of the strength out of the way. This one, put it on so you know you've got your plus and your minus, your poles are the correct way round. Glue dot on there, close your bag and gently push it into place. Don't push too hard and that'll peel it away. So I've got my finger inside, I'm now pushing it hard into place. Another glue dot to the back of that circle, over the top of that paper, and again I'm going to push quite hard, and that is now going to close and it's going to open easily, and you're not going to risk tearing your paper, which I have done in the past when I was first experimenting with these magnets, because they are so strong. They really are so strong, and you end up with ripped paper, which is never pretty. Never good. Okay, let's finish it off. So little tiny bit of stamping. I've got this fantastic stamp set and I really haven't used it enough. I must use it. Crazy for You, it's got all these great sentiments in it, and the depth of them, of each one, they fit inside the word window. I think maybe thinking of wouldn't fit, but obviously you build up your own words. But the point is that these smaller, these single standalone words, perfect. Love it. Daffodil Delight, couldn't remember what colour I was using. So stamp that there. That's it, not much stamping today. Word window punch, and I'm going to push it off so that the wording is sat to the right, so that I can get those two little candy dots in, because I think they look really sweet, just two of them. I normally work in odds, you know, 3s, 5s, 7s, but for some reason 2 looks great. There we go, and then do the button work. There we go, this is the Neutrals collection, and that's the largest one, the largest white button. Again, I just kind of, I didn't want to go the whole complete, you know, red and Daffodil Delight and everything matching, although obviously I have with the ribbon. So look at that. How is it that I can tie a bow when it's not attached to something, but as soon as you stick it on a parcel, my bow tying ability goes walkabout? What's that all about? I don't know. So we're going to have a glue dot on the back of there. Over that. I'm going to take a few onto the back of this, because I've got a hole, and knowing my luck, I'll stick the glue dot to the hole. So that's that covered. And then I need a little dimensional edge for here, because they're just a little bit too wide. So you either cut a little edge piece or you cut one in half. It's up to you. I've got the edges left, so I use them. And there we go, my little Spotty magnet bag. It's rather cute. Like I say, definitely don't use snail. It doesn't want to stick. But fuse, no problem at all. I like it. I hope you do too. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.